The 10x Rule by Grant Cardone is about thinking bigger and working harder to achieve extraordinary success. The main idea is simple. Most people set goals and take actions that are too small. Cardone challenges you to aim for goals that are 10 times bigger than what you think is possible and to take 10 times more action to reach them. This mindset helps you break past limitations, stay motivated, and achieve results you never thought you could. It's a game changer because it pushes you to dream big and work relentlessly to turn those dreams into reality. What if I told you the only thing holding you back is thinking too small? 3 key takeaways from the 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. 1. Set goals 10 times bigger than you think you can achieve. 2. Take 10 times the action. 3. Adopt an extreme ownership mentality before setting 10 times bigger goals for yourself. Subscribe Poetics of Success for more book reviews on self-improvement, well-being and productivity. Cardone emphasizes aiming far beyond what feels reasonable or achievable. He argues that most people fail, not because their goals are too ambitious, but because they aim too low. Setting 10x goals helps stretch your potential and shifts your mindset to focus on exceptional outcomes. Success requires massive action. Cardone stresses that most people underestimate the level of effort and persistence needed to achieve big goals. The solution: commit to taking 10 times more action than you initially think is necessary, ensuring you're always ahead of the curve. To achieve extraordinary success, you must take full responsibility for your results. This means eliminating excuses, embracing accountability, and refusing to blame external factors. Success, according to Cardone, is your duty, obligation, and responsibility. In the 10x Rule, Grant Cardone emphasizes that most people fail because their goals are too small, not because they aim too high. When you set goals that are 10 times bigger than what you think is possible, you challenge yourself to think and act differently. This approach forces you to develop new strategies, work harder, and stay more committed. Big goals inspire big action, and even if you don't achieve the full goal, you'll still accomplish far more than if you aimed small. Cardone shares how he set a goal of earning $10 million instead of $1 million. To achieve this, he had to step out of his comfort zone, create new business opportunities, and take massive action. While he may not have hit the exact target right away, his efforts pushed him much closer than if he had just aimed for $1 million. If you're learning a new language, think about a big goal that feels impossible right now, like becoming fluent in a year, holding a TED Talk in that language, or writing a book in it. By aiming high, you'll think creatively. You might find new ways to immerse yourself, like joining online communities or traveling. You'll also take consistent action. Aiming big will motivate you to practice daily, not just once in a while, and you'll achieve more. Even if you don't reach full fluency, you'll make far more progress than if your goal was just learning a few phrases. For example, if your original goal was to learn 500 words in a year, make it 5,000 instead. You'll study harder, seek out new resources, and develop better habits. What's one goal you could 10x starting today? Comment below. Whether it's about learning a new language, growing in your career, or improving a skill, I'd love to hear it. In the 10x Rule, Grant Cardone highlights that success requires massive, sustained effort, far more than most people expect. By taking 10 times the action you initially think is needed, you outperform competitors. Most people operate with average effort, so taking massive action sets you apart. You increase your chances of success. The more action you take, the more opportunities you create to succeed, and you build momentum. consistent, massive action fuels your confidence and energy. For this principle, Cardone talks about selling his products. Instead of calling 10 potential clients a day, he aimed for 100 calls. This level of effort drastically increased his chances of closing deals, and over time, it helped him dominate his industry. He argues that if he had only made 10 calls, he'd never have reached the same level of success. Language learners often limit themselves to 1 or 2 small actions a week, like completing a lesson on a language app or reviewing vocabulary for 10 minutes. Instead, take 10 times the action by engaging in multiple activities daily. Watch a language video in the morning, practice speaking with a partner during lunch, and do writing exercises in the evening. You can immerse yourself with the language, change your phone settings, listen to music in that language, and label household items with vocabulary. Speaking more frequently is another way to take action. Instead of practicing once a week, join daily language exchanges or participate in online group discussions. If your goal is to practice speaking for 10 minutes a day, increase it to 100 minutes by splitting it into shorter sessions with different partners or activities. For instance, have 20 minutes of conversation with a tutor, 30 minutes of self-talk practice, and 50 minutes in a group chat. This repetition and variety accelerate your fluency. How would you take 10 times bigger action in your goals? Comment below and share your ideas. Whether it's about learning a language, fitness, or career growth, let's inspire each other to level up. In the 10x rule, Grant Cardone emphasizes that to achieve success, you must take full responsibility for your results. This mindset means no blaming others, no making excuses, and no relying on luck. Cardone argues that when you own everything in your life, both successes and failures, you gain control and the power to improve. Cardone shares how he took ownership when his business experienced a decline during an economic downturn. Instead of blaming the economy, competitors, or external factors, he asked himself, "What could I have done differently?" This led him to double down on his marketing efforts and refine his sales approach, which eventually turned the business around. When learning a language, it's easy to blame external factors for slow progress, like a lack of time, hard-to-understand resources, or unmotivated teachers. Adopting an extreme ownership mindset changes this. You take responsibility for your progress. If you're not improving, look at what you can control. Maybe you need to dedicate more time, find better resources, or practice speaking more often. You turn challenges into opportunities. For instance, if you're in a non-immersive environment, create one by watching foreign media or joining online groups. You own your schedule. If you say, "I don't have time to study," ask yourself how you can create time, whether it's waking up earlier, multitasking, or reducing time spent on distractions. Imagine you're struggling to improve your speaking skills. Instead of blaming your teacher or the lack of native speakers around you, own the problem. Start recording yourself speaking daily. Use apps that connect you to conversation partners or actively participate in online language forums. By taking responsibility, you'll find ways to practice and improve. How would you adopt an extreme ownership mentality for your goals? Comment below. Whether it's about learning a new skill, achieving career success, or improving your relationships, I'd love to hear your thoughts. The principles from the 10x rule, setting 10x goals, taking massive action, and adopting an extreme ownership mentality are powerful and can be applied to many areas of life. Let's look at how these principles can be used in different sectors beyond just language learning. Apart from language learning, the principles of the book can be applied to different occupations. One area where you can apply these principles is in your career. Instead of aiming for a small promotion or a small salary increase, set a 10x goal to become a top leader in your field or start your own business. For example, rather than aiming for a 5% raise, aim to double your income over the next few years by creating new opportunities, networking with influential people, and building a personal brand. To take 10x action in your career, you could apply for more opportunities, pitch new ideas, and go above and beyond in your work. Instead of attending one industry event a year, attend 10, actively network, and follow up with every new connection. This helps you stand out and get noticed. The extreme ownership mentality can also be applied to your career. If you're not advancing as fast as you'd like, don't blame your boss or your company. Take responsibility for your growth by asking for feedback, seeking mentorship, and working on developing new skills. Owning your own success means you stop blaming external factors and start taking control of your career. Health and fitness are another area where the principles of the 10x rule can have a huge impact. Instead of aiming for a small, easy goal like losing 5 pounds, you can set a much bigger goal, such as training for a marathon or achieving a certain level of strength in weightlifting. This larger goal will push you to work harder and take action on a larger scale. Taking 10x action in your fitness journey means committing to a daily exercise routine, eating healthier, and getting enough sleep. For example, instead of working out twice a week, you might commit to working out every day, mixing in strength training, cardio, and stretching exercises. You could also join fitness challenges, hire a personal trainer, or try new activities to keep things fresh and challenging. By adopting extreme ownership, you take full responsibility for your health. If you're not seeing results, instead of blaming genetics or a lack of time, you look at what you can control. Are you sticking to your workout plan? Are you eating the right foods? By owning your choices, you can make adjustments to improve. The 10x rule can also transform how you approach your finances. Instead of aiming to save a small amount of money, you could set a larger goal, such as achieving financial independence or retiring early. For example, instead of saving $1,000, aim to save $10,000 by finding new income sources, cutting unnecessary expenses, and investing wisely. Taking 10x action in financial management means aggressively budgeting, cutting down on wasteful spending, and exploring ways to increase your income, such as starting a side hustle, investing in stocks, or learning about real estate. The extreme ownership mentality can be very useful in managing your finances. If your savings aren't growing as fast as you want, don't blame the economy or unexpected expenses. Look at your habits. Are you spending money wisely? Are you investing consistently? Owning your financial decisions means you can take control and make smarter choices. These principles from the 10x rule, setting 10x goals, taking massive action, and adopting an extreme ownership mentality, can be applied to virtually every area of life. Whether it's your career, health, relationships, hobbies, or finances, by thinking bigger, working harder, and taking full responsibility, you can achieve far more than you ever imagined. To wrap up, I hope today's video inspired you to think bigger, take massive action, and embrace the power of extreme ownership in your own journey. Remember, success isn't just about setting goals, it's about owning your path and taking consistent, bold steps. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out other content here on the Poetics of Success. Wishing you all the wealth, success, and consistency you deserve. Keep striving for greatness.